Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Shinju. I hope you're all doing well. I am enjoying my days off. It's been a long week for me, an extremely long week. So in case you haven't really kept up with what's been going on, or you just kind of breeze through, my videos, I do have a new job, which is great. It was a long month of unemployment and it was really starting to stress me out. But I've been in my new job a month now, so a month and like 3 days. So it's been great. It's been amazing, and I love the people that I work with. So I'm just glad that I found them, or they found me, or I'm just glad everything worked out because, like I said, it was a pretty stressful 1 month, even though I was trying to keep busy, and mostly it was just kind of to cope, with the stress, I guess. And I just didn't want to think about it too much and stress myself out even more. Like, my husband was stressed out enough. I did not need more stress. But anyway, today we are doing a build inspired by one of my friends, I guess you can say that. But on my Facebook, I do post like photos of my builds, and she had been following those like trail of photos for a while, and she finally messaged me or like posted a comment and was like, can you please build the tiny house of my dreams? So this house is not exactly tiny. I would say it's small. I mean, I guess you can say it's tiny. I don't know. It's tiny, it's small, it's just small. And so I was like, okay, I'd love to do that for you, but I need a little help here. And so she sends me a link of her Pinterest board for like her dream home. And I just kind of took elements from that. And this house, actually, just the base was based off of a photo that I saw. And then the rest of the house was kind of just inspired by like all the photos that not all of the photos, like I scrolled through a bunch, but I didn't go too far. She liked she liked the white, she liked, the green, like those chairs were, she liked, yellow, just light, fun, bright colors. And so I tried to kind of emulate that here. So I did post photos of this build a long time ago because I built this house a long time ago. And she loved it, so yay. I just thought it was so cute because I'm like, it's not like an actual house that you can move into. I just built it on The Sims. But she's like, no, but it's so cute. So I actually do want to make a sim that looks just like her to put in this house. Right now, the sim I have here is one of my older sims. I just needed her in here so that I can take photos. So yeah, I'll make that sometime in the future. I've been obsessed with Final Fantasy 14. I don't know if you guys play that. It would be great if you do, and maybe we can like team up together in a game. I had been playing Final Fantasy 14 for a while, kind of like on and off. And recently I had just been thinking about it a lot, and I told my husband, I'm like, I really want to play Final Fantasy 14 again. And he goes like, really? Not WoW or anything like that? I'm like, no. Like, we played WoW for a while too, and I started playing with my husband just because, he was really into it. And he kind of just boosted me through everything. And so I did not get to enjoy the story the same way I did Final Fantasy 14. But the new expansion is coming out soon. So, I believe Stormblood went on sale. So we bought it. And, we've been trying to kind of play through the main story quest prior to the expansion release in June, July, something like that. And I'm trying to save up money because I want to buy a house in Final Fantasy 14. But anyway, enough about that. I'm sorry, I'm just going on and on. I need to talk about the house. So I do move things around a lot. I do adjust the size of the house quite a bit too, just because I wanted certain things to fit in certain places. This bathroom is pretty much, that's it. It's there. I didn't do much to it. The kitchen, this is it. Also, at first I just had like a two square like wide space. And so I made the entrance or the patio thinner so that I can have 3 squares or 3 tiles instead of 2. And I was struggling with the windows. I was like, I really want this window, but I don't know, do I change it? I don't remember if I change it or not. But as you can tell, I built this quite some time ago. So I think I mentioned it too earlier before I went on my little Final Fantasy 14 ramble. But yeah, I built this quite some time ago, and it's just been sitting in like my files, and I've been procrastinating, and I would, edit and record and do all my, stuff for other videos. But this one just kept like getting passed over, and I'm like, I need to stop, putting this off and just record and edit and, all that. And so here it is. So if I'm kind of just, I don't remember what I did here or whatever, I'm sorry. The bedroom or the second floor, pretty much, I think this is what it looks like in the end. I believe this is what it looks like in the end. Very white, very, just, it's funny because, I think I may have mentioned this in a previous video, but my husband likes to joke. He'd be like, oh, why is it in your builds you use a lot of like light colors or, light woods and stuff, but in real life you're like, no, I want this dark. And and I told him like it just so happens that the builds that I've been doing have been with lighter themes that as opposed to darker themes. I don't know, but that's what I was telling him. Like, my personal preference is dark wood. And the reason this came up is because we want to redo our kitchen, and I have been mentioning this constantly. I feel like I hate my kitchen counters. They're like the little tiles, and I just want one big slab. It's just this weird thing. Like, for me, I feel like the little tiles are dirtier. It just, I can't handle them, and I just try not to think about it too much when I'm like in the kitchen cooking. But my parents did offer, kind of as like a Christmas gift to both of us, to pay for our counters, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say no to that, so please, like, pay for my counters because I need them fixed. I need them replaced. And I told my husband too, like, I do want to recolor our cupboards, or actually I do want to change them completely. I just want, I want something more sleek looking, like, not to say ours does not look sleek. It does. Like, it doesn't have knobs or handles that you would knock yourself into, but I'm just not like, I feel like I personally have a more modern kind of personal style. Although, like I keep saying, I love the urban industrial style too, because it's a mix of both, natural woods and more modern stuff like metals. So I do really like that. But for some, I think the kitchen is just like really bugging me right now. But my husband was like, maybe we should do blue for the cupboards and then white countertops. And I was like, I don't really want white countertops. And he's like, okay, well, what color do you want then? I mean, I don't mind white countertops, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll try to do something in The Sims to kind of help me visualize it. I tried probably a couple of weeks ago when we initially started talking about it, but we had to go eat dinner because I was starving. I was like, I'm done. I need to eat. And then I never went back to it. But I like the look of dark wood and like maybe a white countertop, or maybe like a light gray black I think would be too much, because it, I don't know, maybe it would be too dark if it was black too. But anyway, I'm going on a rant again. I'm sorry. Back to the build. Like I said, this is pretty much the bathroom. I'm just cluttering it up a bit, and it was the same for the rest of the first floor. I don't think I do anything major anymore, like change anything major from here. It's a cozy little space. You know, I was picturing it to be a little more open, I guess. Like, I just like open spaces. But in the photos my friend had in her, Pinterest page, she loved tiny homes. She loved smaller homes. And a lot of the, photos, they weren't cramped per se, but they were cozy. They all made really good use of the space. So yeah, I think this kind of really, again, she was very happy with this, so I'm glad that happened. I'm glad that she was happy with it. It's early in the morning and I'm exhausted. I had a really long week at work. And, my goodness, I don't remember when the last time I've pulled off that long of a week was. Probably when I was in the kitchen. That was the last time. And then when I moved to the sales office, it was, I was Monday to Friday, 9 to 6. And that was it. Like, there weren't changes unless I volunteered to help the kitchen during concert days. And now, so in case you're wondering, what I do now is I am an event sales manager, but I am also an event coordinator. So in my previous workplace, I moved up from, pastry, from pastry to assistant cake decorator to sales assistant to an associate catering sales manager. And this new job is pretty similar, but I wasn't there the day of the event, overseeing things. In this new job, I am there the day of for weddings. So that's a new addition to what I do. In my previous sales job, I wasn't doing weddings. I was doing more like the social and corporate ones. And now I do all three, social, corporate, and weddings. And it's been fun. It's been good. I've been loving all the couples that I've met, and I hope they love me too. They don't. I mean, I don't know if they do, but I hope they do. And it's nice. It's nice to be there on the day of, kind of from start to finish. I feel like that just, you spent all this time building a relationship with your guests. So it makes sense that you're there on the day of too, instead of having another person come in and coordinate for them. So that it's very rewarding, but also very tiring work. My feet have never been, no, I can't really say that. My feet have been beat up plenty of times, but they're not used to it anymore. And now I'm just like, I need to buy new shoes. I need to buy shoes I can walk around in all day and it won't hurt me the way it hurts me right now. So I need to go shopping one of these days. Anyway, back to the build. I keep getting sidetracked. I'm so sorry, guys. This is just me trying to how do you say it, not talk too much about the build, because I don't remember half of the things I did in this build. But looking at it right now, I think we're pretty much done with the inside, and so I'm just doing a bit of landscaping, and I say that as if I'm amazing at landscaping. I'm not. I just wing it half the time, most of the time. I really like this part, like this pergola. Could you call it a pergola? I don't know what makes a pergola. I'm just using that word because that's what it was the first word that came up to my mind. And then here I tried to make like a little archway with like flowers and stuff. But instead I made another little thingy, another pergola or whatever you call it. I can't think right now. I'm sorry. But this house, you could say, is very green in the sense that it's very like covered by trees, not trees, by plants, by yes, by plants. No, I didn't do it too much that you couldn't see the house, but it I don't know how to explain it. I just do enough where it looks like kind of like it's kind of secluded but not really. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm winging things. So anyway, I think this may be the first house that I do where I fence it all the way around. I don't usually do this. I don't know. I just don't. I don't like it as much. Like, I guess the look of it, I don't like it as much. But for this house, it worked out. Like it just made sense. And so here we are again, you know, trying to figure out where I can put trees and plants and other plants. I really love those like hedges, by the way. I love them so much. I just love the way they look. And I like how nice they look when you kind of stack them together or overlap them. So looking at this house now, it seems like it's one of those homes where it's just naturally cool because again, there's just like a lot of shade, a lot of, you know, and it probably doesn't get like too windy because I feel like the trees help with that. Like they block a certain, I don't know what I'm talking about anymore, as usual. I'm sorry. But we should be coming to the end of the build and the screenshots. I really love this like ivy and the like the vines with the flowers. I wish I could use them more, but the screenshots aren't as nice. As you can see, the trees are bald. But I took the screenshots, I think it was during winter. So here we are. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I promise I'll have myself more put together in the next video. All right, again, thank you, and I love you guys. I will see you I will chat with you in my next video. Bye.